Hello and welcome to episode 3 of Schoedown Central. I'm your host, Brad Thomas. Got 3 matches that happened in the previous week, so let's just break it down. Let's not waste any time and let's break down these matches. On Tuesday, we saw the Innergeekdom 5-way match. The winner goes up to face the other winner of the next Innergeekdom 5-way match. Saw a lot of newcomers in this match, and the competitors were the Enforcer Mark Donica, the Answer Man Mike Carlson, Crazy Coy Jandreau, the only one who's returning in with a record of 1-1, Haymaker Hlavac, first time competing in Innergeekdom after competing last year for Team Superhero News, and Keetin, Magic, Marchi. Again, a lot of these people making their debuts, so let's get into round 1. Round 1 saw a lot of the competitors shine in their categories that they knew. Everyone coming out to play. Mark Donica and Hlavac both going 7 out of 10. Carlson coming in with a 6 out of 10. Meanwhile, Coy, though, coming in as the veteran, only getting a 5 out of 10, and Keetin Marchi only getting 4 out of 10. She knew a lot of the answers, couldn't quite pull them, and the lights seemed to be getting to her just a little bit. Round 2 saw Mark Donica spin first, spinning the category of Harry Potter, going 3 for 3 and getting a 5 out of a possible 6 points. Hlavac did just the same when he spun the DCEU, both with very strong round 2s, making for an interesting finish to this match. Coy Jandreau ends up spinning Heroes and sticks with it. Probably a mistake on his part. Heroes can be kind of a broad category, and I guarantee he was just thinking that it was going to be more superhero related. Fortunately, it wasn't. Had a couple Star Trek, had some Lord of the Rings in there, and just not his strengths. Everyone ends up stealing his first question for a 1-point steal, and his second question was stolen by everyone except Keetin, but that was a 2-point steal. Big points on the board. Coy ends up going 1 for 3 in this round, a total of 1 out of 6 points. He was definitely hoping for a much better round. Keetin ends up spinning her strength of Harry Potter, and it really works out for her, going 3 for 3 and getting a 5 out of a possible 6 points. Carlson finally ends up spinning and getting MCU. He gets his first question wrong, which was stolen by Donica and Coy, which put Donica up by 1 point over Adam, which was again a key moment in this match. Carlson is going 2 for 3 and getting a 4 out of a possible 6 points in this round. Round 3, the game did not get much better for Coy as he got a Lord of the Rings question for his question 1 and got that question incorrect and was eliminated. Keetin was up next, ends up getting her DC question wrong, but ends up coming up big with the Harry Potter answer. Carlson was up next, and he ends up getting his Back to the Future question correctly, which led to Keetin getting weapons, tech, vehicles, and magical objects. Not the type of category you want, especially for your 5-point question. It ended up, though, being a Harry Potter question, a big strength of Keetin, but she got the question incorrectly after jumping the gun and saying the wrong stone. She ends up going with the Philosopher's Stone as opposed to the Resurrection Stone. This unfortunately eliminated Keetin from the match, but she really showed her strength in Harry Potter, and I'm interested to see if they ever do a Harry Potter only match with her and Emma. I think that would be a great match to see going forward. Mike Carlson ends up getting his second question in scores and soundtracks incorrectly, which led to Adam nailing the movie release dates category. Back to Carlson for a Star Trek question, which again getting incorrect, which led to Carlson being eliminated. Mark Donica gets his MCU question correctly, and it was trading 1 apiece between Adam and Mark until Hlavac came up short in his 5-point question with the Hobbit question. He had no idea what the dwarves' names were, neither did I on the other hand, but still getting this one wrong, and Mark Donica is your winner of the Fatal 5-way Innergeekdom match. So Mark Donica improves his record to 1-0, scoring 21 points in this match. Goes 12 for 15 of the questions he was personally asked, and for a total of 80%. Adam drops to 0-1 with 20 points for a total of 12 out of 16 he was asked for 75%. Carlson goes 9 for 16 for 58%. Keetin goes 8 for 16 for 50%. And Coy, not looking too hot in this one, goes 6 for 14 for 43%. A disappointing turnout for Coy, especially coming in as the veteran player in this match. So what does this mean going forward? Well, it means that Mark Donica will go up against the winner of the next Fatal 5-way Innergeekdom match. We're not too sure who's in that match just yet, but it'll be interesting to see who that is, and the winner of that will go to face Jason Inman for the title. And also, Mark Donica may be joining the Lions Den. We'll have to see what his decision is after he was proposed the idea from both Jeff Sneider and Tom Dagnino. So we'll have to see if Mark Donica ends up making that decision and joining the Lions Den. On Thursday, we had the Celebrity Match, the Ash vs. Evil Dead match, so let's break that one down and get into it. So in this match, we had the Deadites, which had Whitney Seibold and Dana DeLorenzo on a team against the Boomsticks, which included John Schnepp and Ray Santiago. Now in these celebrity matches, they all team up, they answer every question as a team. The questions are a little bit easier, but it's so much fun to see these celebrities and just fans come together and create such an entertaining thing. And in round 1, we saw the Deadites go 10 for 10 because of an extra bonus round, because Bruce Campbell ended up reading some of the answers. Made for an entertaining show, I will say that much, as the Boomsticks go 8 and 9 in this round. In round 2, the Deadites spun 80s horror, and they go 5 for 6 for a total of 10 out of 12 points, a really strong round. As for the Boomsticks, they spun John Carpenter. John Schnepp was really happy about that. They go 5 for 6 as well, and a 10 out of 12 points. Of course, there was one steal, though, from the Deadites on the Baldwin question. This led to it being 21 to 18 going into round 3, where the Boomsticks were up to answer first. They got their first question in Spielberg and ended up getting that incorrectly. As for question 2, getting 1970s and getting that one correct, as the Deadites go to answer their first question in the category of Tom Cruise. They get that one correctly. Not before Bruce Campbell gets it correctly by again shutting out the answer. Another hilarious moment, and again, just made for a very entertaining match. Boomsticks up for their 5-pointer, and they got musicals, getting it actually correctly. As for the Deadites, they get their next 2 questions in classics correct, and then in westerns correct, to win the match 31 to 26. This led for a very impressive match from the Deadites, going 18 out of 19 for 95%, as for the Boomsticks going 15 for 18 for 83%. Again, just a very entertaining match. We'll see if these guys ever want to come back. I'd love to see Bruce Campbell back doing the commentary, the color commentary. It's great to see, and again, I'm just very impressed by how much fun this match was. And honestly, I don't watch the show Ash vs. Evil Dead. I will say it did pique my interest to start watching it. For our Friday match, we had Mark Ellis, baby carrots himself, going up against the Insneider, Jeff Sneider. Mark comes into it with a record of 5 and 4, the number 7 ranked contender. As for Jeff Sneider, again with a record of 5 and 4, but the number 5 ranked contender. In round 1, Mark went 6 for 8, missing his question 1 and 8. A solid round. As for Jeff Sneider, again also going 6 for 8, missing questions 6 and 8. Made for a tie going into round 2, which you don't see too often, which again kept things very interesting. In round 2, Mark Ellis spun the category of directors. Potentially could have spun again, ends up going with directors, gets 3 out of 4 correctly, but only getting actually 4 out of 8 possible points, leaving some points up on the board. As for Jeff Sneider, he gets spinner's choice and ends up spinning on the strength of his in David Fincher movies, goes 3 for 4, the same as Mark Ellis, but gets a total of 6 out of 8 points. 12-10 going into round number 3, which saw Mark get the first category of rom-coms, getting that correctly. Jeff Sneider was up with Scorsese movies, gets that correct. Mark Ellis pretty much almost sticking with the rom-com category by getting Cameron Diaz, but again, gets that one correctly. As for Jeff Sneider, gets comedy, and he gets that correct. A big pull from Jeff Sneider on this one. Big key moment here. As for Mark Ellis, ends up getting war as his category and ends up getting that one incorrectly, which led to a 17-5 Jeff Sneider win. This improves Jeff's record to 6 and 4, going 11 out of 14 questions he was asked for 79%. As for Mark Ellis, drops down to 5 and 5, getting 11 out of 15 questions he was asked for 73%. The percentages and accuracy rate for both competitors was really close. Could have won anyone's game, but just some key questions from Jeff Sneider made the difference in this match. So what does all this mean going forward? Well, it means that Jeff Sneider has put himself in a better position to get to that number 1 contender spot. Again, if he can string probably another win together, he probably will get that shot. We'll have to wait and see what happens there. As for Mark Ellis, he's going to take a step back. He's not going to go into retirement. He's just going to take a step back. We might not see Mark Ellis for quite some time. Maybe he'll show up in the free-for-all. We'll have to wait and see what his fate is going forward. But again, Mark Ellis put out a great career. If this is the end, but I doubt it is, he'll always come back. But now seeing at a record of 5 and 5, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. So next week on the Schmoedown, we get a couple new competitors into the ring. On Tuesday, we're going to see Box Office Breakdown, the new incarnation of Box Office Breakdown, that is, team up. I'm not too sure exactly who the competitors are. Probably Frank Moran with one of his other co-hosts. We'll have to see who's involved there. First, the new incarnation of Superhero News, which more than likely is going to comprise of Sean Gerber and Mark Hughes. Again, 4 first-time competitors. We'll have to see who comes out on top and who is going to be here to stay in the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. As for on Friday, we're going to see Bonnie Somerville make her return to the Movie Trivia Schmoedown. She, of course, competed in the first ever tournament going up against Josh Bakuga and losing in round 1 there. So she comes in with a record of 0-1 versus Janine the Machine. Again, another first-time competitor. It's hard to see who can win this one. I'd say Bonnie Somerville because that's the only one I'm familiar with in the Schmoedown, but again, it could be anyone's match. These first-time competitors have surprised us, just like this week with Mark Donica. Our play of the week is going to go to Jeff Sneider, coming up with the 3-point question in round number 3, getting the comedy category and getting the question correctly about who played Jessica in The Hot Chick. Mark Ellis says that he may have taken his time to just make the show of it, but it looked like Jeff Sneider actually was on the tip of his tongue. He couldn't quite pull it and then gets it at the last second. So bravo to Jeff Sneider on getting that question correct. As for our misplay of the week, that's got to go to Keetin Marchi in the Innergeekdom match, saying the wrong stone. She ends up saying the Philosopher's Stone for the question when it should have been the Resurrection Stone. Especially makes it matters worse is the fact that she knew that the Invisibility Cloak was the other answer. So a worthwhile challenge on her part, but again, it is a different stone, it is a different thing, so unfortunately could not give her the correct answer, and it's just a tough break for Keetin in this match. Again, she knew a lot of the answers in this match, just couldn't come up with the correct one. As for our player of the week, that's got to go to newcomer Mark Donica, showing up in the Innergeekdom, knowing a lot from a lot of different types of categories, which is what you need to do to become an Innergeekdom superstar. That's what Rachel Cushing does, that's what Jason Inman does, and I think that's what Mark Donica does, and we'll have to see how his future holds in the Innergeekdom going forward to potentially get the #1 contender spot. So that does it for episode 3 of Schoedown Central. Again, be sure to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and let me know your thoughts on any and all of the matches, some of my analysis, what you think, what you agree, what you disagree with in the comment section below. Follow me on Twitter at both my personal Twitter at 94BradThomas and of course the Schoedown Central at SchoedownCent on Twitter. Definitely check out everything there and find out everything that's going on Schoedown Central, vote in some polls that are going to be there, and just join the conversation. So like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will talk to you guys all next week on Schoedown Central.